Yo, what is going on, guys? Such a 3-2 here, and I'm your coach of the Portland Timbers in the All-Star Showdown League. And today, guys, I'm bringing you my Week 12 match against Demaster, coach of the Denver Numels. Demaster, also known as Blake. And yeah, so we are going to be playing him this week. If you guys did not check out our last week's match, definitely go check it out. It was our Week 11 match against Gran, coach of the Kling Kling United, where we picked up a nice 3-0 victory, which is very, very good. So pretty much, for us to make playoffs at this point, all we have to do is either beat Blake this week or beat Susie next week. That's all we need to do, and we're in the playoffs. So, with that being said, Blake is 0-11 this season. He has not picked up a win yet, but he is a pretty decent battler, to be honest. And his downfall has just been his end game. Every other part of him playing has not been horrible. His end game has just been letting him down. And yeah, let's just go ahead and start talking about the teams. So Blake had the ability to bring Megalodios, Manaphy, Shaman, Rotom Heat, Porygon Z, Aerodactyl, Comfey, Alolan Marowak, Steelix, Type Null, Articuno, and Whirlipede. And we had the ability to bring Excadrill, Mega Charizard Y, Keldeo, Amoonguss, Slowbro, Zygarde 10%, Slurpuff, Gigalith, Scrafty, Electivire, Lycanroc Day, and Kecleon. So we ended up bringing Lycanroc Day, Keldeo, Amoonguss, Zygarde 10%, Gigalith, and Slurpuff, and he ended up bringing Shaman, Megalodios, Rotom Heat, Porygon Z, Steelix, and Manaphy. So, yeah, I actually have the teams for this week, which is nice, as on contrary to last week, last week's game where I didn't actually have the sets. I have them this week. So first up, we have Ruffles, our Lycanroc Day, rocking the Lycanium Z, finally bringing that. Stone Edge, Accelerock, Swords Dance, and Rock Slide. Max attack, max speed. This thing is so good against this team. If I set up a Swords Dance and Steelix is gone, I literally kill everything. I can use Lycanium Z, I can use it on the Latios, I can use it on the Shaman, I can use it on the Manaphy, I can use it if I just simply don't want to miss. This thing is just so good against this entire team. And it outspeeds a lot of things too. Like, it gets over Latios' speed tier, which is nice. Then we got Lil Sebastian, our Keldeo, Black Belt, Scald, Secret Sword, Icy Wind, and Taunt. 64 in HP, 192 in speed, Timid Nature, 252 in special attack. It's just enough speed to outspeed the Manaphy or Shaman at max speed. But like I said, we're going for a Lycanroc sweep, which is going to be helpful if Steelix is gone, so I brought a great answer to Steelix. And this thing is also good. It can swap into the Manaphy, and we have Taunt on there just so we can prevent Tail Glows from happening if the Manaphy is being a nuisance there. We have Keldeo also for the Rotom, which is very helpful to break, and the rest of my team can't break it all that well. And well, it can. It's just Keldeo is a pretty safe bet. Then we got Poison Ivy, our Amoonguss, Assault Vest, Regenerator, Giga Drain, Sludge Bomb, Foul Play, and Clear Smog, which is max specially defensive. This thing is so good against Shaman, so good against Manaphy. We have to look out for Trick Porygon Z. That is something that I figure he'll bring. So we'll have to be careful about that. But yeah, Giga Drain, Sludge Bomb, Foul Play, and Clear Smog. Foul Play is there for the Latios because it's going to hit it harder than Sludge Bomb would, especially if I have seen Dragon Dance previously in the match. Then I can Foul Play it then expecting a Dragon Dance and do a ton of damage. Clear Smog is just if he is set up with a Manaphy, and it's better for me to Clear Smog over Giga Drain, then I'll do that. Then we have Guardian, our Zygarde 10%. Choice Bandit, 1000 Arrows, Outrage, Extreme Speed, and Iron Tail. Max attack, pretty much max speed, just 216 speed with a Jolly Nature, and then 40 in special defense. Just the extra in special defense just to take on maybe a Manaphy hit or a Rotom, Porygon Z, Shaman hit, anything of the above. But we just have enough speed on there to outspeed Megalodios at max speed, which is nice. Very good breaker for that thing. Good against the Steelix, good against the Rotom, good against the Alolan Marowak. And then we got Gigalith, Rock Slide, Protect, Toxic, and Stealth Arc with a Leftovers. I'm actually bringing Gigalith when I'm not bringing Excadrill, so interesting stuff. But max HP, 200 in special defense, and then 60 in speed. Careful Nature. This thing is designed to take on the Porygon Z and the Alolan Marowak. That's pretty much just what it's here for, because otherwise those two run a house on my team. The nice thing is I don't have to invest any in defense. It's already so bulky in defense. that it can take on the Alolan Marowak, but Rock Slide is there just to hit something, I guess. Protect is there to get extra lefties back. Toxic is there to wear down some of the threats like Shaman. I know it gets natural cure, but I can force it to swap out. I'm not staying in on Shaman, but you know. It's like Shaman or Manaphy. If they want to take advantage, I can hit those up. And then we have Rocks, because Rocks are nice. Rocks are just really nice, because it punishes pivoting. And then last but not least, we have Strudel, our Slurpuff, rocking the Citrus Berry, Play Rough, Drain Punch, Toxic, and Wish with the Unburden. 168 in HP, max attack, Adamant, with 16 in special defense and 72 in speed. So this thing, I've EV'd it perfectly so that a offensive Mega Latios will always knock me into Citrus Berry range. So under half, it'll always knock me into that range with either Psyshock or Psychic or literally anything that it goes for. And then we will be unburdened up. We have just enough speed to outspeed everything on his team. We outspeed the not the Mega Arrow, but the Aerodactyl under unburden boost. So that's good there. Wish is just for longevity. Player of Drain Punch hits the majority of his team. And Toxic is there for just trying to wear things down. But this is my best answer for Latios. Maybe we can catch it off guard. Maybe he forgets about Unburden. And we can get a cheeky kill there. But yeah. So that is going to be the team. And without further ado, let's just hop into it. And we're going to lead with our Zygarde 10%. Because I figured his leads were either Rotom or the STEELIX. And I can pressure them both pretty easily, but he's going to lead with his Shaman, so we got to stop out immediately, go right into the Amoonguss. I don't really care what he wants to go for. He's going to go for the Dazzling Gleam, so that leads me to believe that he does not have HP Ice, and he's going to go into his Porygon Z. So I know that this thing is probably going to click Trick. He might save it till earlier, but if this Amoonguss gets crippled by having a Scarf, Manaphy becomes infinitely more scary. So I'm just going to go out into my Lycanroc, and he's actually going to go out into his Rotom. So interesting stuff. And then he goes to his Steelix. Fair play. We're going to do nothing. I got to go out into my Keldeo, which I know can take the Earthquake and can fire off a pretty nasty Surf here. But I'm going to actually catch this thing with an Icy Wind because I figured what's coming in? Either Shaman comes in or Latios comes in. So we get a nice Icy Wind off here. I'm not staying in, obviously. We're going to go out into our Slurpuff. Just in case you wanted to Psychic, but he's going to go into his Manaphy, so he's then going to go for a Surf into our Amoonguss, and I believe I just Sludge Bomb here. Sludge Bomb was such a free play. He either goes Latios or he goes into the Rotom, so going to hit that thing up, and I can go into my Gigalith here, which is my best answer for this Rotom, which is what I'm going to do here, and I can set up the Rocks, because this and Latios are his hazard removers. But he's going to go into the Steelix, so I'm like, okay, this thing doesn't pressure me that much. Like, Earthquake does a lot, but I know I can live 2, and I get my Rocks up. And I'm just going to go right out into my Amoonguss, as he's going to set up his own Rocks, which is not as annoying because, again, I'm not bringing Zard. But he's going to go out into his Latios, in which I click Giga Drain on. So his Latios is getting very weakened. As much as I want to click Sludge Bomb, I just know that I can't. So I'm going to go out to my Slurpuff. It's my best answer for this thing, and he's just going to go for the Roost. Pretty much expected there. And he's going to go for Psychic, so he's going to knock us into range, and our plan is going to come into full effect. So we went for Drain Punch. That's really, really unfortunate, because I thought he was going Steelix. If he would have clicked Play Rough there, we would have knocked that thing out, but I'm just really surprised that he stayed in. But Slurpuff is about to put in the work regardless, so we're going to be out speeding. We get a nice little Drain Punch off, and this is a very offensive Shaman, and that crit is going to do a lot. That crit's unfortunate. I think I still would have two-shot it anyways, but at least it would have given the option to swap out, because now he's under 12%, so he can't swap out anyways. And we're going to get the nice kill with our Slurpuff. So Slurpuff claiming first blood. And out comes the Manaphy. I know there's no reason for me to swap out. I'm just going to wish. I could have gone for the Play Rough. I could have gone for the Drain Punch. Play Rough was my better play over Drain Punch. But I'm going to wish. And I'm going to go out into my Keldeo. Because now that I know, I have a wish on the way. So I don't care. I know that I live Energy Ball or Psychic. And I'm just going to go for the Taunt. Because I don't want this thing to set up. And this prevents Rotom from being able to do anything funky. But I know he's leftovers. So I can just fire off a nice little Surf here. Or a Scald. And we're going to get a burn, which is really nice. And I'm going to now go out into my Amoonguss. as he goes for the U-turn with Manaphy. U-turn Manaphy screams that he is Choice Scarfed. So now that I know that he is Choice Scarfed, I'm going to be playing around it a little bit differently. I have no reason to click Taunt on my Keldeo anymore. But he's going to go into his PZ, and I have to expect the trick again. He didn't go for last time, but I got to expect it. And he's going to go for the Psyshock, which is scary because if he's Scarfed, he will two-shot me. So I have to go out into my Gigalith, as Gigalith is a pretty good answer to this Porygon Z, don't get me wrong. But Porygon Z is going to go for the Psyshock, and we're going to go for the Protect, and Gigalith is going to be playing some shenanigans here. Because now that I get an extra turn of lefties, I know that I'm going to be able to live this, so he's going to go out into his Latios, and I think I go for the Toxic. There we go. I thought I Rock Slided it first, but Toxic was a little bit safer. And, you know, why not just click Protect? I have no reason not to click Protect right about now. And the Sandstorm is going to be negating his leftovers, and I get to just Protect again. I mean, it's failing, which means that it's not being counted up. So he's going to go out into his STEELIX. I know that I don't live, so you know what? Protect again. And I know it does 48% to me, so I can stay in if I want to, but I just really wanted to get my Gigalith as high up as possible, and then go out in my Keldeo and go for the Secret Sword here. So it's a little unfortunate that I went for the Secret Sword, because it's not going to do much because it calculates defense. But now he's going to sack off his Rotom, which is good. We're up 5-4, but now he goes out into the PZ. And now I pretty much know that this thing is Choice Scarfed. There's no other reason for him to go out and do it. And I'm going to go to my Gigalith because I know it is able to take 2 Psyshocks. It does 24, and leftovers will give me up to 22. If I Protect, I get more health. And I'm just going to Protect. I have no reason not to click Protect. And he's going to go out into STEELIX. You know what? Why not? Give me some more health. Or no, I swap out into Amoonguss. I don't even know anymore, dude. But Amoonguss is it's gonna take a lot from that. Plus, Amoonguss under Sandstorm. Amoonguss is not like playing in Sandstorm. But Foul Play does a whopping 8%, which is, oh my god, just the damage is immaculate. Gigalith is gonna come out. I'm just gonna sack this thing off. We're sitting at 4-4, and it's getting a little bit scary. But I know that my Keldeo can come out. Keldeo just puts on so much pressure. Latios is going to come out, and this is really annoying. So Scald does 21%. Toxic brings it down to 1%. So now I have a really, really tough play. I can expect the Roost, or I can expect the Psyshock or Dragon Pulse or Draco Meteor. I think he's going to Roost here, so I'm going to go out into my Zygarde 10%. I thought his play was Roost because this thing does so much, but I guess he just wanted to go for the Psychic and get big damage, so I mean, sure, why not? He's going to go out into the STEELIX. I just want damage on this thing. Crit, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. It just means that he can't come in on rocks, but he has leftovers anyway, so he can come in on rocks. So our Zygarde is going to drop, but Icy Wind I know will claim the kill, and I think the last 2 mons are Scarfed anyway, so that was my play. Let's go back here. So, yeah, that was my play. I knew they were both Scarf. So Manaphy comes out. Now, the way that I am looking at this game is Amoonguss wins. It wins. So pretty much, I just have to sack my Keldeo, because if I sack my Keldeo, I can go out into Amoonguss, regardless. But he's going to opt to go for the U-turn, in which we live, and I get a free Secret Sword off onto this PZ Porygon Z. And Manaphy is going to come back in. You know, this thing is going to die. I just sack off my Lycanroc here because, I don't know. It was either sack off Keldeo or sack off Lycanroc and just go into Amoonguss and win the game. Because I know that he's locked in, so Dazzling Gleam is not going to do anything. And we're going to win the game 2-0 over to Master or Blake. He played really well. I don't understand the Scarf Manaphy, if I'm being honest. I think the Scarf PZ was good, but I don't really understand why he brought the Scarf Manaphy. But, yeah, we're going to playoffs, guys. So that's going to clinch us in for the playoffs. And Demaster is still 0-12. Gotta hope that he gets that win next week, because I would hate to see anyone go 0-12. But, yeah, very, very close game, honestly. It's just, again, if he was a different set of Manaphy, then it would have been different. But moving on to 8-4, it feels very good. If we win next week, like our differential is pretty good. We're like 8-4 with a plus 18. So if we win next week, I will beat my best all-time record in the ASL, because it's like 9-4 with like a plus 13 or something. And we're at plus 18 right now already, so our differential is so much better. But yeah, we'll see what happens, man. Thank you guys all for watching. I will see you guys in the next video, where it'll be our week 13 match against Susie. And yeah, thank you guys all for watching, and I'll see you guys there.